The Fox 61 News at 10 starts now.
I don't know if I should save my money for rent or if I should do groceries.
Many questions remain for renters who had to evacuate their homes at the concierge apartments in Rocky Hill. Now, they're speaking with Fox 61 as they're left wondering when they can return home. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. The state's attorney general is stepping into the situation now. He's calling this a local housing crisis. And like anything he's seen, a total of 2,000 people have been forced out of their homes at the Rocky Hill apartment complex.
Fox 61's Tim Latow shares that a state investigation into the management company is now underway.
The attorney general says it's unusual for him to get involved in housing disputes. But he says the conditions here at the concierge apartments is so atrocious, he decided to launch an investigation.
In my 7 years, have not seen something this extreme.
State leaders converged on Rocky Hill Town Hall with a stern warning to the management company of concierge apartments. Everyone who lives there, more than 2,000 people in total, were ordered to evacuate as a result of freezing pipes and other maintenance issues. Alex Duvall is one of them.
My fiance and I moved in. There's a sign that says luxury apartments, and we're trying to, start our lives together in a new home. And a couple months in, this is kind of what we're experiencing. It kind of sucks.
The mass evacuation has grabbed the attention of state leaders, who are now investigating the apartments management company Century Hills and JRK Property Holdings and Residential Group. State Senator Matt Lesser says this isn't the first time the luxury apartment building has had severe maintenance issues.
This is not the first time this has happened. This is the worst time. This is the worst instance. It certainly affects every resident. That's never happened before.
Tong confirmed he is aware of 3 tenants who died at the apartment complex in the past year, but he would not say if those deaths were related to the building's maintenance issues. He also wouldn't elaborate when I asked him what he's looking for in his investigation.
I can't speak to the specifics of the investigation except to say that we're going to get to the bottom of what's happening over there. Why does this keep happening? And what are you guys going to do about it finally?
Duvall just wants some clarity in this confusion and to have a home once again.
We just want to know what's going on. We want to go home at the end of the day, and if that means we have to find a new home somewhere else, it is what it is. It's just we're living in a hotel, and I don't want to live in a hotel for another month.
And Attorney General Tong does not have a timeline for the investigation, but he says he hopes to get it done as soon as possible. And Monday night, residents were still seen moving out of their apartments, a couple of U-Haul trucks as well. And there was also a meeting online, a Zoom meeting, with the Connecticut Fair Housing Center to try to connect residents with legal help. In Rocky Hill, Tim Latow, Fox 61.
People who normally call the concierge apartments home are staying in hotel rooms across the state, and some of them say their new living arrangements are a disaster. We'll hear from one family who's waiting for answers coming up in about 30 minutes. Well, we may have finally broken our cold snap. We are finally above freezing, and our milder temperatures are expected to last through the week.
Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank is here with the first check of the forecast. I can't believe I'm cheering for 20 degrees, Rachel.
Yeah, it's so funny. And 30s in the days ahead. Hardly warm for this time of year, but just a whole lot warmer. And we'll finally see at least a little bit of melting in the days ahead. But first, there was a but. We have a little bit of snow before that happens. So this will start to develop in the afternoon tomorrow. However, I don't expect any snow accumulation during the day, but after sunset, and especially between 7 to 10 p.m. tomorrow night, we'll see that snow really start to fill in, and it could change over to a mix of sleet and even rain in parts of the state with temperatures that'll be kind of borderline. That could result in some slippery spots, and you may need a little bit of extra travel time. It'll be over well before daybreak. It should be winding down by 2 a.m. on Wednesday, and we're not expecting much in the way of accumulation, but again, we know from experience this winter, we've had a lot of experience that it doesn't take much to make things slippery. So for the immediate shoreline, there's a chance for a coating up to an inch for most of the state, but for areas north and west of Hartford, northern Litchfield County, chance for an inch or 2, and that's true for most of Tallinn County, Windham County, and northern New London County as well, up to 2 inches of snow possible, maybe even mixing with a little bit of sleet. Here's a look at temperatures temperatures tonight, and we are quiet with no weather issues out there. Keeping in mind that low temperatures in the teens, well, that's near the high temperature from yesterday. So again, baby steps towards some milder days. So we'll begin in the teens tomorrow. By noon, we're close to 30. High temperatures will be climbing above freezing, and that's why we do have that chance for a mix in some parts of the state. So milder tomorrow, but the chance for some snow showers during the day and snow and a mix as we head into tomorrow night. We'll talk more about it, your full forecast, where we go from here, coming up.
It seemed like forever as you standing there watching your business just drown in water. Maybe about 30, 45 minutes. It felt longer. It felt like an hour or two.
Yeah, this is what a tattoo and coffee shop in Hartford looked like right after a pipe burst, and the whole shop flooded this weekend. The owners say our extremely cold temperatures caused that pipe to burst. Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot spoke with the owner about the moment it happened.
Jose Serrano tells me within minutes he and his family saw their shop filled with water Saturday evening.
Just standing there watching and not being able to do anything about it, it was heartbreaking.
Saturday evening, a pipe burst inside Refuge Tattoos in Taza Cafe and caused significant damage to the shop on Pratt Street.
We hear a loud bang, and then we just see water start trickling down throughout, coming out of the ceiling lights. And you see in the video, the wall just explodes with water pouring out into the shop. And just a couple minutes after that, the ceiling comes crashing down with the weight of water. And it was just continuous. It was like a waterfall.
Co-owner Jose Serrano says while this has been hard on his family, the support of others have lifted their spirits. That includes Mike Smith, the general manager of Urban Lodge Brewery. When Smith saw the water, he ran across the street to help.
I came over to try to see if there was anything I could do or help, and the fire department was on its way, so it was just kind of a little bit of mayhem, kind of craziness over here.
Serrano says they had Super Bowl and other events planned that now have to be canceled.
We had a Benito Bowl yoga session in the morning with flash tattoos in the afternoon, and then a watch party at night. So it was kind of hard to have to cancel everything, but obviously there's nothing you can do when the business is drowned in water.
He and his wife opened the shop after the COVID-19 pandemic. It's a mix of both their passions, coffee and tattoos.
It's been fun. It's been a huge learning experience from beginning to even just getting here now. Like I said, there's always going to be things that come out of left field, and you got to just keep rolling with the punches.
Now, as Serrano looks at the damage, he says they will come back even stronger.
We'll be up and running before our anniversary, and we hope by then everything is ready to go, and we'll be throwing a community event and inviting everyone out to enjoy the coffee, enjoy the space, and check out our artwork.
Serrano says he is hopeful they will reopen soon. In Hartford, Kay Pattyfoot, Fox 61.
We've learned the Haddam Senior Center will be back open tomorrow. They had to close today because of a frozen pipe. The center says everything is fixed and they'll be open as usual tomorrow. We've just learned a Stop and Shop in the Norwich Town section of Norwich is closed after a sprinkler line burst. Antic firefighters say the store will be closed for cleanup and repairs. Firefighters are reminding you to monitor your home or your office for any potential water issues, especially as we warm up this week.
We had some major traffic backups today as crews battled a fire in Willimantic. Firefighters were called to Bridge Street earlier this afternoon for a 2-alarm fire. Bridge Street and Mountain Street were closed as crews worked to contain the flames and the heavy smoke. The road closures caused traffic backups on the Frog Bridge. Right now, it's unclear what caused the fire or whether there were any injuries, and the road has since reopened. And we have an update now on a story we first brought you last night at 10. A 93-year-old woman died yesterday while in the care of the Bickford Healthcare Center. Now, Windsor Locks police say it's bringing in help from both the Department of Public Health and Elder Abuse CT as investigators look for answers. The woman wandered away from the facility and was found face down in a pile of snow not far from the building. She's been identified as Margaret Healy from Waterbury. Police say Healy suffered from Alzheimer's, dementia, and other cognitive disabilities that caused her to wander often. Because of her tendency to wander, the city, the center, put a body monitor on her called a Wander guard. Now, this would send an alert to staff if Healy was found in an area she shouldn't be unsupervised, like outside the facility.
Right now, we're trying to find out if the alarms went off. If it didn't work properly, then why? And if it did work properly, why did this continue to occur until her death?
The department has taken the WonderGuard monitor for evidence and is looking to get an electronic timestamp of alerts sent to Bickford. The Bickford Healthcare Center has not yet responded for comment.
Now to an update on the Mansfield train derailment. All 13 cars are now upright and stabilized. The Connecticut Department of Emergency Management says crews are now working to safely remove the liquid petroleum gas out of 6 of those cars. This process could take up to 10 days. A significant portion of Stafford Road will be closed to drivers during this. Officials say the process is relatively routine and there will be environmental testing. Also, there will be daily flaring periods, which is when residual gas is burned off. So that means you can see flames at times and even hear loud booms and crackles at the track. The Department of Emergency Management says, though, the only thing that should warrant concern is if you smell gas. In that case, call 911.
We are at an hour of desperation, and we need your help.
Another heartbreaking message there. The latest plea from Savannah Guthrie was just released today. Her family is still searching for her mother, Nancy Guthrie. So far, no suspects or persons of interest have been named, but police say the abductor is demanding $6 million. The deadline was tonight. The FBI says it's not aware of ongoing communication between the Guthrie family and the suspected kidnappers or kidnapper. We'll have more on that emotional plea and the latest from investigators in less than 30 minutes.